So all day, every day, as you are focused here in this physical body, you are so much more than most any of you realize. You think that you are here independently to some degree. And we would like to help you to understand that that's not even close to being accurate. You are never independent of that which is source, of that which is us, of that which has gone before you. But it's not just that which has gone before you, it's that that's going through you here and now to the degree that you allow it. So often, as physical beings, you have accomplished a distorted viewpoint of who you are and why you're here. And you've, for the most part, missed the most important point, which is you are here as joyful creators. You are here as extensions of source energy to continue the extension of source energy. You didn't come here to clean up messes or to fix things that are broken or to reconcile past wrongs so that you can find some worthy place and then reemerge into non-physical to get the mark on the chart that said you did good finally, so now you get to go to the happy room. You are extensions of source energy, which means source is you and you are source. And source is flowing to you. Now, to talk about what that source is a little bit difficult for you to understand because you are so accustomed to seeing yourselves as the individuals that you know. But this source energy is consciousness. Oh yeah, Abraham, blah, blah, blah. Consciousness. We are so sick of hearing about consciousness. Make it tangible. And we say, we are making it tangible. You are the tangible version of the consciousness that is us. But you are thinking, you are the tangible version of the consciousness that is source. You're the tangible version, the tangible, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling. You are the tangible version. You are the leading edge version of the evolution of that which is source. And when you accept that, then you understand why you revel in the new idea, while you thrill at the new sound of the new song, while you thrill at the new idea that is written on the pages of a book, maybe even by you, why you thrill at the clever thing that this little child said that you are sure has never been said in that way, unique into all of the universe just now because of the combination of circumstances and events that just happened. There it was, creation at its very best, right through that pure little being. No resistance at all, just source flowing purely, you see. That's who you are. That's who we are. That's what we've all come to do and dance together. So when you begin to recognize that you are the flower of source, but you are also the new chooser of that which source flows to, that makes your part more important than you have ever been willing to make it. But it puts no burden of responsibility on you because we're not standing around saying, hope they come up with something good today. There's nothing like that because you can't help it. Every conversation is uniquely causing the achievement of new thought and motion forward. The evolution of all species at all levels of beingness is happening all day, every day. But most humans are not consciously aware of the process or of the important part that you play in the process, so you're not reveling in what you add to all that is. So many people stand around waiting for somebody else to do something great so that they can sit in the audience and cheer it or criticize it. It sort of goes both ways. When what you're really here for is for the reveling of all that is as it joyously flows through you in your every single moment, every single important moment of every single conscious moment. And of course, you can't cease that consciousness, can you? No matter what, you can't. So you are always that consciousness. And sometimes, like before you were born, you were flowing that consciousness from the non-physical point of view. You come into this physical body and it's flowing from both perspectives. In other words, you get to choose what you think about. You get to choose the thoughts you think, the words you say, the things you do. You get to think in every moment about how you're focusing. And in every moment, as you, brilliant you, is focusing, there is something that is going on that we're calling a vibrational, well, maybe we should find a word for it since we say we're calling it. We're calling it a vibrational, it's a vibrational, collaboration isn't quite the right word because sometimes you don't collaborate so good. It's a vibrational comparison isn't the right word, because nobody's taking score of how you're vibrating. It's a vibrational togetherness. Not exactly the right word, because sometimes you're not always together with it. It's a vibrational happening. That's it. It's a vibrational happening. It's a vibrational, you might call it coincidence, because it is an incident that is coincidencing in. It's a vibrational happening where the vibration of your being is whatever it is based upon whatever you've been thinking about. You've been loving something, you've been hating something, you've been applauding something, you've been criticizing something. You're doing something with your vibration. And as you're doing it through your conscious awareness in your human form, the source within you, who is right there with you in that moment, sharing that moment with you, is also having a vibrational happening in that moment. And as you happen and source happens, same thing as saying you happen and your inner being happens, same thing as saying you happen and all who have known you from their physical and non-physical format, because there are a host of entities who are with you all day, every day. You think you're smart, but you're not that smart. You think those ideas are solely yours? They're not. We are coincidenting. We are collaborating. We are co-creating together. And the way you feel is your indication of how well you are allowing the meeting to go. Because sometimes, well, first we want to convince you that the meeting of these minds, the meeting of this non-physical energy with you, is the most important meeting that you ever are having, and you're having it all day, every day. But if we were standing in your physical shoes, Jerry said to Esther the other day, and laughed really hard when he said it, which made Esther laugh really hard when she heard it. If I were standing in my physical shoes, it's a good moment. So, as this non-physical energy is pouring to you and through you all day, every day, you have the opportunity in this moment, by paying attention to the emotions within you, of choosing thoughts, and you've got to do it in the moment while you're feeling the emotion, of choosing thoughts that are more harmonic with the way Source is looking at this moment. And the thing that, have you been listening to us for a while? Some of you have been hanging around for so long, you're just sick of us. You create your own reality. We want to help you to feel this coming to a whole new place today, because we want you to feel how important your new vantage point is in your willingness to explore this new contrasting combination. Because as the new desire occurs to you, we understand fully what has occurred, and we go right there in its fullness. So we take the expansion in the moment that you carve it out. And if you would do that, you would be having more fun in your physical shoes. But often what happens is, as you explore the contrast, and you come to the new conclusion, often a very conscious conclusion of what you want, of what you prefer, of what would be better, of what you would like to happen, of what you want to happen. As you come to that conclusion of what you want to happen, often you are so wrapped up in where you stand in relationship to that, that where you stand in the absence of the happening is so rampant and dominant within you that you hold yourself in vibrational discord to the place that you just led us to be. And we just have to lay it out here bluntly for you. You're not ever going to feel good unless you come to the place that you led us to be. Oh, good words. Write the time down on that. That's the YouTube clip. You're not ever going to have fun unless you go to the place that you led us to be. Your life caused you to go there for a moment, but you just went for a moment, long enough to know you want it, and then you turned right around most of the time and said, but I'm not there. And then we're just saying that sometimes really quite often. You justify why you should be able to be there by pointing out how incorrect it is that you aren't. And so in that awareness, and that's really what we're getting to, we just want to say to you, every moment that you are aware of where you are, you can't go to the new place that you've carved out. And we so want you to realize that you're carving out those new places all day, every day. We're not just talking about big goals. We're talking about all kinds of things that are happening all day, every day. We're talking about the thoughts that are flowing, the words that are coming out of your mouth, the people you're rendezvousing with, the parking places that are opening up for you, the conversations that you're having with people, the things that you rendezvous with on television, the ideas that flow. We're talking about how well you are as a receptor of receiving the blocks of thought that the source within you is sending to you, who knows, the source who knows full well what you've been asking for and where every single opening along your path is. It's like you have a friend upstream who has full view of where you are and full view of where you want to be, so much better than Garmin, so much better than Magellan, so much better than any of those navigational systems, but along the same lines, who knows exactly where you are in relationship to where you want to be and is giving you constant guidance and feedback, which happens within you in the form of inspiration and urges and impulses. And to the degree that you believe this, and to the degree that you are happy more of the time, and to the degree that you recognize that you are a blended being, you're just flowing along with doors opening, doors opening, doors opening, doors opening. Do you know, sometimes Source will guide you to a contrasting experience in order to help you to give birth to a new desire. It's like planning the next big cruise. August 18th. It's like that. It's like planning the next major thing that you want to do, and the contrast helps you plan it. We're just doing the best sales job that we've ever done in helping you to understand that life is supposed to be good for you all day, every day. And that if you will acknowledge that even the contrast that comes is part of the delicious process, and you won't allow yourself to get wrapped up in the what isn't. You won't allow yourself to get wrapped up in the absence of what you want, but instead you will understand that everything that is unfolding is a perfect unfolding in the bigger picture of who you are and what you want. So that well-being, no matter what, is the dominant thing that is surrounding you. Well, we're very happy with what we just said to you, and we are rather pleased with your reception of it. We can feel that you're out here on the leading edge with us, and that oftentimes that the words that we speak are just words that you're working to catch up with, but it is satisfying to us to be among you, and you are all over the planet today listening in, to be among you who are already well enough steeped in the laws of the universe. You have already accepted the responsibility for your own creation. You're already beginning to recognize that you do create your own reality. And now you are ready and wanting to explore with us in wonderful unfolding the details, the specific details of how to be that deliberate creator. And of course, when we get into the details, you got to be up to speed, because if you get into details before you are vibrationally up to speed, the details beat you up. We are eager to talk with you about whatever is important to you. There is no agenda here other than this general agenda. We want you to know who you are. We want you to know how you fit into the bigger picture of things. We want you to have more fun all day, every day in the unfolding of your life experience. And we want to answer each and every question that you are offering here, whether you sit in the chair or whether you contribute it mentally, vibrationally, to the degree that you are ready to receive it right now. We would like to say to you that before you dragged your physical bodies here, and before you assembled in front of your computers around the planet, that you've been projecting through the life that you've been living a leading edge version of what you want to know, and we have already gone to that party. And we'll spend the rest of the day finding the trail to lead you personally and specifically to those answers that you are seeking. So listen for them, because every one of them will be there.